Hello, we got 52 today's best score, top score 55. Can't see that because the webcam's covering it, but we're going to try and see if we can beat 52. Okay, check. Got half an hour to beat 52. I've got to go out in a bit. It's now 8:35 in the morning. Let's try and beat 52. I think one of the keys with Puzzle Rush is not to. It's basically not to look at the clock, because once you start looking at the clock, it distracts you. You start thinking about the time, and maybe it's true also for like proper chess game, right? Check and take the bishop. 6 is winning. Okay, I'm a bit slow in this one, to be honest. I'm very slow in this one. I played some guy yesterday. He got an incredibly high rating at Puzzle Rush, because you can play Puzzle Battle, right? I might even play that in a minute, actually. And okay, just take that one. The old smothered mate will get it done. Rook h7 I think wins. Yeah, I thought maybe he's using a bot. This guy was he's like an IM, the guy, right? It's like a proper player, right? Oh, okay, you have to go here, right? Stupid. I'm sort of trying to line up something not very good. So attacking the knight. Oh, I can take this, can I? It's like a little trick. Queen f7 looks like the move. Just take, right? No, knight g6, idiots. So that was unfortunate. Check here wins, I think. Do I check here? Or yeah, no. So bad. So bad. Maybe g7, right? Sometimes the most natural move is the best, which was g7, even though I didn't understand why g7 was good. It was. Right, there's knight e4, I think was very strong. Aha, hang on, because if you trade, your material up, yeah? So knight f3 and then rook e1. Does queen g5, is it queen g5 or is it, I think it's queen g5. So this is maybe some sort of queen trap, but how? Like rookie, it might not be. Oh, maybe it's knight c8. Oh my god, that was awful. So that was a pretty lame attempt, right? Let's try again. Yeah, so I played this guy. I mean, I looked up his blitz ratings were like really high as well. So if he is cheating, this guy, like he's cheating on, on all, but it's possible again, because you look at the guy, he's like 2300 at blitz, and he's 2900, maybe even high 2900s at blitz on chess.com. But again, it's speculation. I don't know for certain, but I feel like some of these people are cheating, even at Puzzle Rush. It's just their egos, right? They're like, yeah, I want to be really good. I want to have a really high rating. Because I mean, he got to like 15, in about half a minute, and I'm like still stuck on, 8 or 9. It's just like ridiculous. It's speed. You're like, how is this guy? How is it even possible to be this fast? I thought I was reasonably quick, but this guy just made me look like a tortoise. So yeah, there's different levels again, you know, different levels. So but yeah, again with the blitz ratings, a lot of players. No, I rushed that one. A lot of players they just don't play that much blitz anyway. Check. There's rookie. Maybe it's it's Queen F4 wins, right? Yeah, they just don't play that many tournaments, so therefore, in terms of blitz tournaments, therefore their ratings are quite low relative to maybe their strength. I don't know. I suppose that would be the argument, wouldn't it? You know, why are they? No, that was awful. I mean, you should take the Queen, of course. Yeah, at some point, right? Okay, we're about 5 minutes in, 10 minutes in, actually. Excuse me for a while. Well, I'm wide-eyed and I'm so damn caught in the middle. I might be so strong. I might seem so strong. I've never been so wrong. Excuse me for a while. When I'm wide-eyed and I'm so damn caught in the middle. Yeah, so when somebody is that fast, you do wonder whether they're using a bot. But again, I feel I'm quite slow with the mouse the way I've set it up. Somehow I haven't really fixed the mouse settings or something. I should be quicker than I am. You know, so there is that. But again, you know, like the time the guy was doing was just ridiculous. It did seem like it was a bot. You get paranoid online because there is so much cheating. You assume that everybody's cheating. You know, so the whole Kramnik saga, that was also Queen B2 was just pathetic. As soon as I played it, I was like, I've got it wrong in the same way before. All these, I'm just going to quit that one because I just started badly. So I'm not going to get the 52. So sometimes it's a good idea to quit. Quitters never win, right? But like Puzzle Rush, there might be an exception to that because, you know, if you started badly, it might just be better just to quit. And then you got more, you know, sorry, it's Queen G1, there's even a pin there, that's really poor. Yeah, is this kind of Puzzle Rush, is it beneficial? It's certainly not beneficial to your mental health. Is it beneficial to your chess? Possibly, possibly not. I think it's got an addictive quality to it, certainly. However, so check and check. Is that me? I'm doing quite well on this one, but you know, that'd be famous last words. Also, I suddenly looked at the clock. When you look at the clock, things never go well. There's Rook F1 and Bishop check is winning. Again, with the Puzzle Rush, sometimes good idea just to do, you know, before you actually make your move. If you can just play it instinctively as well. That's the other option. So obviously, like that guy's, you know, getting these incredibly high scores. He's obviously just doing it instinctively, assuming that he's legit. Okay, if Queen E8. Oh fuck! What is this? Queen E8 because he moves back, right? Maybe it's Bishop E8. No, fuck off, you fucking dog shit. Bishop F4 wins, I think. Aha, now D3. Right, Queen F2 is winning. D8. Queen B7, take the Queen. Queen takes. Queen here. No, it's awful. Yeah, actually, that was a mouse that I didn't mean to deliberately give up. It's probably just as well I did. Yeah, I'm not doing very well in this one. Oh, for fuck's sakes. Pardon my French. Actually, I'm going to quit that one because I started so poorly. Try again. I mean, to be honest, like this YouTube, I'm kind of starting to lose interest in YouTube because, you know, I meant to kind of do like an, what should I say, an educational channel. But the problem is I find with stuff like that, you know, it takes so long to prepare. Like if I just do like a random stream like this, you know, the problem is I don't have the time because I'm supposed to be doing like a Chessable course. And then and then after that, somebody's asked me to do another, which is very kind. You know, it's good at getting the work in a way, but it's like, you know, you then don't have the time really or the inclination to put the effort into YouTube. Take that. You know, because to do like a proper educational channel, you're probably going to have to spend some time preparing it, I guess. Oh, let's check. Check. Okay. Right, it's always this one. This is like an old chestnut. Yeah, a lot of tactical play is just pattern recognition. It's not. Okay, so once I can do this in Rook E6, right? So it's this one, and then here, what's the pattern recognition here? Maybe check. We check. So again, I'm doing well on this one, famous last words, but as soon as you say that, where's the mating pattern? Does Rook H... No, you see, as soon as you say that, it's like, it goes screwy, right? You've got to take first, right? Queen D8 comes, it's got to be this. Then this. Queen B5 looks like the move. Queen E2 maybe? Simple enough, that one. Okay, so this one I'm looking for forced checkmate. The same here, so I've got past 40 at least, something. Which way are we going? A pawn's on D4, white's pawn's on F5. No. Yeah, because he's got E7. I hate it when you can't figure out which way they're going. Not good. Rook F3 maybe. Knight F4. Queen D8, Knight E5. It's possible. But now, oh, you just take. And maybe King E2, right? Again, I hate it when you can't figure out which way your opponent's going. Like A4 is possible, right? But then, unless you somehow, I don't think you checkmate them then. Yeah, it's really tricky. Because like Bishop King C7 is not right, maybe. I'll try. Yeah. Oh no, it is A. Is it A4? Because King C7. But how do you checkmate them now? Ah, it's very clever. You go here and then here and then mate. Right, right. Yeah, not obvious. Not obvious at all. Oh, frig. No, it's Queen F5. Okay, got the 46. Let's check. And then Queens. Ah, friggin' mouse slipped. Excuse me for a while. Well, I'm wide-eyed and I'm so damn caught in the middle. I might seem so strong. I might seem so wrong. I've never been so wrong. Check. Let's check. Uh-huh. Check. This. Okay, rook f3 maybe. Take. Okay, this one. No, fuck off. Because the queen on. That's so stupid, idiot. Okay, it's not going. It's this one, right? Bishop g4 is maybe strong. Okay, we're up to 35, but we made one mistake, which is not ideal. Okay, it should be 37. Ah, so you need to do it in a way. No, king f3. I wanted to go to king d3, but that was too vague. So I made a mistake, but for the right reasons. I mean, sometimes you can make an error and you're like, actually, I'm not that bothered. Yeah, knight f3 was better. Again, his speed combined with yeah, I mean, how much do you obviously you're sacrificing accuracy because you're going for the speed, right? I got into this argument the other day with this engine sheet. Basically, he was obviously an engine sheet. He was like 1900 at is this one check, right? Yeah, so it's 1900 Blitz. Because I looked him up, I lost him at Rapid. He's 2300 at Rapid, and I looked him up, and he was like, so check. I think no, fuck's sakes. Yeah, so basically it was like a very accurate game by him. I mean, it wasn't a great game, and he made some mistakes as well. But yeah, I'm getting distracted. Should we try survival? Because then I could do a bit more talking, which is my favourite thing to do. Right. Okay, got the first one right. Yeah, so I played this guy. I lost to him at Rapid, and you know, at first I thought, oh, hang on a minute, maybe he's not sus. But when I looked at, yeah, I just felt like actually, my first reaction was he is sus. This guy. I just felt like there's so many times I played Rapid, right, and you just never get a mistake out of them. Like it's not realistic. The people I play over the board, these are the type of players that you're playing at Rapid. And they're making mistakes all the time, like big mistakes, you know, often tactical blunders they're making. But this guy just didn't make any sort of serious mistakes. You know, he's kind of hanging with me. I'm a GM. I like to think I'm a reasonably decent player for quite a long period of the game. And this is very typical theme in Rapid. So you can go check and then queen e1, right? So I got the 32 already with all this talking. Yeah, so which one's this one? So it could be check on g3. Okay, he's threatening a queen. Now, I could conceivably take on g3, right? Because that's the most force. Always look for forcing moves, checks and captures. That's what I always tell my students. The few students that I have, I say to them, look for forcing moves, checks and captures. This is the first one where I've had to think for a bit. Yeah, so if I go bishop g1, kind of bishop g3, that is possible. Bishop g1. I feel like queen g3 might be the move. But then you'd have to do bishop f4, right? What is this one then? This is that. Oh, it's queen d1, which is, I don't know why it took me so long to see that the queen's hanging. Yeah, well, that's a good thing to survive. This is the advantage of survival. So I lost to him and I said, look, I think you're a computer cheat. Well, not in that many words, as sort of swearing, as being quite. Really annoys me the fact that you're playing these people who cheat, and they seem quite happy to do that. Yeah, then he said something like, oh, because I played the game quite quickly, I was like watching the golf at the same time or whatever, right? I wasn't really taking it very seriously, let's be honest. So I didn't play a great game myself, but I didn't make any serious blunders, really, like, till maybe the end of the game, you know. Then he made some comment like, oh, would you expect it's rapid, not bullet, you use like 3 seconds for every move or something like this. I'm like, mate, you don't seem to understand that I would just annihilate you over the board, like, you know, even without taking any time. So it really kind of, his attitude just annoyed me, so I blocked him anyway. But I didn't actually report him. I didn't realise that once you block somebody, you can't then. Is it rook f7? Maybe it's rook f7 and win the bishop, right? Yeah, they're starting to get a little bit tougher, which you would expect. So here you want to give checkmate, right? But how do you do it? If I go, somebody's the most natural move is knight g4, but then they go, let's say they go king h3, rook h2, then king g3. How do you give checkmate? Because knight g4, I assume if they go back to the back rank, they're going to get checkmated. Yeah, because if they go king g1, you go rook, or let's say king h1, rook h2, king g1, rook g2, king h1, knight f2, mate. But after king g3, yeah, so you're basically like implying this guy that, yeah, because I'm the only reason, yeah, I lost was mainly because I played so quickly. It's just annoying these players. So I don't really play rapid anymore on chess.com because there's so many cheats, and but I on that occasion decided, right, I'm going to play a rapid play game. I was doing well at 3 minute, I was doing well at 1 minute. I didn't want to ruin my 3 minute days or my 1 minute days by playing some more and losing games and my rating going down. So I decided to so yeah, I can't see why it's also knight d3 is an option. But why would knight d3 be a good square? If knight g4, oh, maybe it is knight d3. Yeah, I think it is knight d3. No, hang on. Knight d3 didn't go king h1. Then what? Then the best you got is to go back, maybe. So maybe it's not knight. I'm struggling to see why knight g4, king h3 is winning for black. Rook check, king g3. What am I missing? Because there's knight f5 they can just take back. So there must be something very obvious that I'm missing here. I mean, there's also this knight check, but that looks wrong because that knight controls so many squares. You don't really want to get rid of that knight. Because what will happen is I'll go there, and then it'll go back, and then you'll win easily. So you'll never know why king h3 is not winning. You know, or something like that. It does something annoying like that sometimes. So knight d3, it can come back to here, right? I really get confused with this one completely. Okay, I'm going to try here. Okay, what am I missing in this, in all this? I must be missing something really obvious. Or maybe you just make a draw. Is that the idea? Because you're losing, I presume, if you play on it. It can't be a draw though, surely. It must be winning this somehow. No? I don't see why black is winning though, because okay, I've got a lot of pawns. The thing is, like, even if, but they are threatening rook b8, mate, as well. So if rook check king g3, then rook g2. Right, of course. Yeah, so it's the same thing, but like slightly different. Okay, this one, so it's giving me a slightly easier one after the tough one. Yeah, you see, like in normal Puzzle Rush with a 5 minute, I would have got that one wrong because I would have been like, well, I didn't see the idea straight away. But obviously, in Puzzle Survival, you got more time. So Bishop b7 kind of feels like the right move here. You're just threatening the queen, you're threatening the mate. Can't see anything wrong with that move. There's stuff like rook h2, rook h2, king h2, queen h5, king g2, queen h1 is checkmate. So he was tempted to go queen h3, but then they come out to f3, and then maybe they're surviving. So the first move is rook e7. You're looking at as a candidate move. I can't see a good response to rook e7, so it's probably rook e7. If you go here though, that's also a candidate move, right? But then they can go rook f7 so that they survive. Right, it's also tricky, but there's queen e7, that's checkmate, right? Okay, first port of call is queen c3 because he can't go knight b3. If he goes b3, I can just take on d4 and win that way. So that must be the move. Okay, there's stuff with knight e5, but there's rook c8 maybe. Rook c8. If they take, you have knight e7, right? So it's probably not knight e7 immediately is also possible though. Rook e7, rook c8, but then king h7. They survive, right? Okay, so now you should be able to just take. Oh, there's also knight e7, knight g6. Right, so if I check, they made the king. I feel like check must be correct. It's also very tempting to go knight g5, but they have queen f2. Oh, maybe you need a knight. You need a hero, I need a hero, I'm holding out for a hero to the end of the night. It's knight g5, queen f2, right? Get you some kind of perpetual check. So if I go bishop g8, but they have bishop g7, this is the problem. Although maybe there's a way to win. Oh, there's also queen f7 as an option. Queen f7. But again, queen e4 might be a draw. Queen f6, queen e2 check. So this one again is quite tricky. Bishop g8, bishop g7. It's quite good training as well as puzzles, but again, like, do you actually need it? Maybe you don't need it. I think anything like this can be sort of fairly beneficial. Not particularly beneficial, I would say, but to some degree beneficial. Yeah, this one I'm really struggling with. Queen f7, bishop g7. No, sorry, bishop f7, bishop g7. What am I missing? Knight g5, queen f2 just seems like a draw. A knight d6, queen f2. Knight g5, queen f2. So what am I missing? It's probably more fun for the viewer to do survival mode, because you know they can think about puzzles as well. You know, I suppose they can. You know, when you play fast, but it feels more involved. You know, you're involving the viewer to some extent. Yeah, I'm really struggling with this one. I've got a horrible feeling I'm going to get it wrong. So what is wrong with bishop g8, bishop g7? Ah, then queen e7 is the move. Ah, right. Yeah, it has to be this. Yeah, because bishop g7, you had queen e7. So I did get there eventually, but they're getting trickier. So if I go queen c7 and knight e4, do I not win material? Because rook d8, I have knight f6 check. And then bishop b2, rook. So you start with this. So I've got up to 46. Well, knight c2 looks very tempting here. Okay, let's check. So I could just take. He takes with a rook. Then I've got moves like queen h5. Like queen h5 threatens a lot, right? And rook d1, I can just take it. Okay, there's a3. I mean, the thing is, I feel like you need to get the pawn on a2 as quickly as possible. Yeah, but now they got. Well, I have to take. So rook d6 is tempting because how do they? Yeah, rook d6 looks winning. Aha, but now if I go here, it's going to come back and hit the rook. So maybe b6, come back, then rook b5. So I got up to 50 with no mistakes, which is good, right? But so in theory, you'd like to go bishop c5 and queen f8, mate. But the problem is the bishop's pinned. So yeah, actually I think it's queen c7 because queen d8 there's king f7, and then they've got multiple pieces blocking e7. So you start with this, and then you come down. Okay, this could be something like knight c6 and then dc7. Okay, there's queen b7, looks tempting. Right, so queen c8 is not possible. Very important to realise that queen c8 will not work because of. But there is bishop c7 actually because they can't take because of the check. So I wondered if it was bishop c7. Ah, it was. But now rook d8 and, for example, rook d8, yeah. Okay, so here I've probably got to try and give checkmate, or perpetual check, or whatever I've got to give. Oh, bishop e2 might work. So I'm up to 54, no mistakes, but they get tougher. So it looks like rook e2 might be the solution, but which rook do you take with? It's this rook. Okay, bishop b6 is possible. Is there something even stronger? Yeah, it feels like bishop b6 is the way forward, right? But they come out of c3, they survive, but now that's kind of what they want. They want to, you know, get out the exchange. So do you have anything even stronger? Like rook f3, there's knight c8. Feels a bit vague to go rook f3. So I feel like it must be this. Just the question is whether you take first or you have something even stronger. Because it also moves like rook f3, right? If I take the take with a rook. Not see. Ah, there's rook c1 maybe. Ah, rook c1 might be a killer, yeah. Right, again I could take on d4, they're going to take on c3 as an option. No, I rushed that because there were other options as well, and I didn't even bother to think about them. Okay, now I'm rushing. Okay, your first thought is G6 check and maybe H6. I think G6 and H6 is working. Okay, there's Bishop G4, but they take on F6, right? But then maybe you just take back. Okay, 58, but I made one mistake, so it's not that great. I went to see Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes yesterday. I mean, it's not a bad film. It's not a great film, I would say. It was kind of like what the review said. It's good, but it's not great. You know, that's kind of where... It's kind of very similar to the other films. But they're reasonably popular films. I don't think they're like massively popular, like on a scale of some of the Marvel films were, like Avatar. But they're fairly popular. They've got a solid base. I mean, the cinema was pretty packed, actually. Even though it was like an afternoon showing on a Tuesday. It's in a smaller cinema though, so what they do, they tend to like... I've been to cinema for ages, so I thought I'd go and see a film. I like going to watch films. Obviously, you watch a lot of films online now, you know, like Netflix, all that kind of stuff, Disney, you know, Amazon Prime. So he wants to basically, I think what he wants to do is sacrifice exchange. Like say C4, you go rook E5, and then you start rolling with a pawns. That's the idea. Which is quite a dangerous idea, actually. Now, it's not clear to me after C4, rook E5, Fe5, rook E5, knight C5, whether maybe black is winning anyway. If you take on C4, king C4, F6. Oh, you have rook checks. So it might be C4 anyway, which is the most forcing move. Okay. So now they did it a different way, which I didn't consider. So maybe now you have to go for checkmate with something like knight C3. Or rook A8. Yeah, tricky. So still very tricky, right? Or you could push the pawn yourself. You could go D3. Also an option. Very tricky position. Because D3, F7, D2, right? Ah, but then they go rook D7. There's also mating ideas like D3 and knight C3. If I go knight C3 immediately, I think it's going to go rook check. And then force my king to an inferior square. And then start pushing. There's also knight C5. Okay, I'm not sure about it. I'm going to push the pawn. No, wrong. Should have spent longer there. Because I think if I spent longer, I probably would have got it right. Not certain. Also wrong. So what was that one? Just show the solution. I can't be bothered to... Oh, it's rook H2. I didn't even consider rook H2, I'll be honest. It's quite a slow move though, right? Rook H2. Oh, because it's threatening F2, F4 anyway, right? Yeah, the threat is stronger than the execution. Yeah, good point. So this one is... Solution. Just show me what the solution is. Rook A8 was one of the candidate moves, but I just felt like... Ah, because now rook check. Yeah, because I saw this. I thought rook check, knight C5, king B2. Why is that winning? Yeah, why is that winning actually? Let's say they went... Okay, I mean, I accept. I understand it looks winning. Yeah, so you do all this, right? So now you push the pawn. And then you go here, right? And yeah, it's kind of not non-obvious win in a way, because they also have very serious counterplay. I guess. This position. So I blundered here. Went d3. Why is that a mistake? Oh, because they've only got one saver actually. Yeah, so it's quite a tricky one. They have to go g7. My idea was to go maybe knight c3 and set, but then they've still got this check. This is a problem. So you have to go rook a8 as quickly as possible, basically. But it's quite a tricky one, even when you get to this position and you think it's completely winning. It looks completely winning. You got like a piece up and you got an extra pawn, but it's still very tricky because they got these pawns on the 6th rank, and there's only one winning move. And actually, after d3, there's only one saving move. So it's like, yeah, you know, you have to go here. What's the difference? Like if they go here, why is that losing? Because b5. Really obscure. Like now they take. Let's say they take. There's just like beef. Wow. Yeah. Crazy. But what's the difference? Like when they go g7 d2. What's the difference? And now rook d7. So now if you go here and they take, a b4, well now I'm saying it's winning anyway, so actually my d3 is an alternative win. I might post this up on social, well I'm not so sure, it's obviously less convincing, that's for certain. But it's saying that this is like some weird, maybe some weird kind of alternative solution. Maybe on a higher depth, it's gonna actually say that it's a draw. It wouldn't surprise me. So you go check. It's obviously less. It's not as good, but if it's a win, it's a win. You should still give it as a win, right? Rook a8. So let's say, okay, if they push, they're losing. Oh, because of b3 or what? Somehow, oh, is this losing? So you go here. You can give checkmate because of b3. Wow. But if they go like, yeah, they got to play some obscure moves, right? So say for example they get like rook d7. It gives us one alternative line, like rook check, and then you have to come back behind the pawns. Wow, this is like a study in itself. So they can't push because I guess it's going to be checkmate, right? King b3, right? So they have to go rook d8. Only move. Because now if king b3, they could queen. Exactly. Ah, but now you go check here, check here, and then you take. Yeah, that's a fairly easy win, I would say, because you can easily win the g pawn then. So basically, I found an alternative win. So I think the whole solution, to be honest, this puzzle is a bit of a bust. They probably just rushed it and put it in, and it was like, you know, they said, you know, initially they said, well, this is like, but you know, it's annoying because basically. You know, my solution with d3 was also winning. Okay, it wasn't winning as cleanly as rook a8, but still winning move, right? Like d3, g7, d2, rook d7, b5. I can't see where white can actually hold this. Okay, I'm obviously using computer analysis. It's a fascinating variation, the whole thing, don't get me wrong, but yeah, so rook d7 is the other move, right? Is this making any difference? It doesn't seem that it makes any difference, right? You just get the same kind of line. So D3, I'm going to publish this, see what chess.com, I'm going to report this. I'm going to report this puzzle to chess.com because it's not good enough, chess.com. I should still be on survival mode right now, and you kicked me off survival mode. I'm bloody angry, chess.com. You've kicked me off survival mode for the wrong blooming reason. Anyway, thanks for watching the video. Please, if you like the video, please like and subscribe. I'll try and do more content in the future.